Guten Tag and willkommen. My name is Eric. This is Mellowseven Gaming, and we're playing Football Manager 2019. We got a few things to talk about. Our run is going okay, although interestingly enough, as good as it's gone, we still haven't got the record for the longest unbeaten, but we're about to. According to my inbox, somewhere up here, maybe. I got a new contract, by the way. I get an extra 250 euros a week. It adds up. I mean, that's an extra 1,000 euros a month. And I get a 15% salary raise if we get promoted. But what am I looking for? New record run. So 18 matches undefeated. That would break the consecutive without losing. The record's 18, so we need one more to win. So that leads us well into how things have gone. And you can see they've gone okay. I honestly don't remember the last set we did. We did the friendlies. We did that. Did we do these two? Zwickau and Karlsruhe? That sounds right. So we went on 1-0 win over Hansa Rostock on TV. The home team got something, so we didn't. Or no, maybe that's home for... that's home for us. So we did. So we got 10,000 euros there. We followed that up with a draw against Osnabrück. Malcolm and Dominic Schad get the matches, or get the goals. Followed that. Let's see. How did that one? I think this one was all early. No, I guess we each got one in the first half, and then they equalized both times. Oh well. It's okay. We went on to play Energy Cottbus, and we did pretty well here. I mean, 3-1. Hemline, Zook, and Timmy got in a goal, and then followed that up with another goal by Timmy and Zook. Here 2-0. Over Unterhaching. And then Aylin here, Cruiser, our new right back, and Julius Beata get in the goal. So we've been doing okay. We're not crushing people. We had the draw here. There's a 1-0 win there, 2-1 there. But a lot of these are 2-goal wins, so that's pretty comfortable. I mean, that's about as comfortable as you could really ask for. So pretty happy with that. We're going to play Sonnenhof Grossbach today. Grossbach today. There we go. An away match, and we'll see how that goes. I would like to talk somewhat about our youth teams. Let's take a look at our Kaiserslautern 2. I've been promoting some 17-year-olds up to the Kaiserslautern 2 team because, according to my coaches, they're ready for the next kind of level of challenge. And you can see we've got Sven Ogden here, Dylan Eschmal. Oh, sorry, he's been there. He's the one that was injured all season. He's finally back to playing. Giacomo, we just promoted this week from the under-19s to Kaiserslautern 2. Riffet here, Hasanovic, we promoted him as well. So looks like three players, 1, 2, I guess 3 players up, and then the one injury return. So doing okay, decent potential for most of these guys. Riffet's probably the worst, but he's been playing a 7-7 so far, and it's over the season. I assume that's on both teams. That's just an overall, but Good mentals. Physicals look okay. There's a lot of green here. Technicals need a lot of work. And positioning, obviously, we need. But, he's brave. He's aggressive. He's only 17, so strength and stuff. We can't look at this too much, but pretty happy with that. Giacomo, the one we just promoted, he's on our left wing there. Decent physicals. Again, stamina and strength should come up as he gets older. And he's very determined. And he's got a decent work rate for a 17-year-old. So hopefully... It's not spectacular, but hopefully that comes up. Good dribbling, so technicals look to be pretty decent for that age as well. So we'll see how that goes. May as well take a look at Sven as long as we're looking. Mid-center, brave, good decisions, good determination, leadership, teamwork, work great. I think he's really the only one of the group that probably is useful to us long-term. But we'll see. Under 19s. Kind of same thing. We're getting a lot of players that they said have really improved a lot over the last few months. So we've been telling them good job. And you see there's a fair number of high numbers here in the 7s anyway. There's an 8.1 for Axel here. He's got 1 sub appearance and he got a goal in it. So fair enough. That's not an average over very much at this point. We did get our youth intake. So these 15-year-olds that you see here, 14 and 15-year-olds, they all came from the youth team. So you can see there's quite a few of those. These are all our youth intake. And there's a little bit of usefulness there. There's a 4-star, a few 3.5s, 4.5, a 5. We may as well take a look at Reinhold Don here, since he's our our 5-star potential guy. And physicals look really good except for strength, but he is 15 years old. So, I mean, what do you expect, right? Mentals, again, Brave. Brave seems to be a good thing on our team at the moment. I like that. And he's got great passing already. 14 already at the age of 15. So that's only going to get better. So, yeah, reasonable. Work rate's not spectacular. We'll have to see if that balanced personality does anything for us. But it is what it is. Next thing, finances. So if you notice at the beginning of the season, we were probably, 4 to 7 million, right? I'm not quite sure exactly when the season started for us. Dogs are running because somebody's home. But if we take a look at competitions and we go up to foosball, oh no, I want the league. And we go up to Zwei League, and we take a look at the rules, we will see that the last place team gets about 7 million euros. So yeah. So I have a feeling that's, kind of where our money at the end of the season comes from. The problem is, if we take a look at Dry League here, Fußballliga, first place doesn't even get 1 million, 668,000. So if we look at our finances and we're watching this number go down, we're spending essentially 1 million every month. And we're down to 2 million. So we've got essentially not even 2 months of operating capital left. And we're only going to get 600,000 at the end of the season. So less than 1 month's operating expenses. So we talk about how the team legitimately could survive, and we've spent the budgets. We're within our budget, fully within our budget. And yet, if we were to do this in real life, we would leave a team with zero money for next year, a team that already is having problems paying bills and has debt. This is not a sustainable way to run the team. Now, we can probably get away with it for a game here, but let's see what type of debt and loans they have. They have, some transfer debt there. We don't have much of this left. I don't know how real. I don't think this is realistic, to be honest. The team has debt, and some of those penalties and things that were paid quasi legally as far as the league rules go, not as far as like government laws go. But so these debts may be more in real life. So we'll see. At the end of the season, we're not going to have any money left, and we're not going to have any money coming in. So that will be interesting. Let's see. Finances, young players. I guess that's it. Let's play a match. We're in good form. We're ready to hopefully set a record. What do I got set up? It's been a few days since I played. Yeah, just our 4-4-2. New center defenseman, new right wing back. And we got Teal. New Decker up there. I swapped these two around due to footedness. And, I think that's it. Let's play a game. And we will see how this goes. Let me turn my volume down a little bit so the game doesn't end up in the microphone. I think that'll be okay. Dressing room. Well, it's the same thing he tells me every time. And he still has something to tell him every time. So, who knows? Kickoff. And we're off. Beata to Teal, back to Malcolm, out to Cruiser. We didn't quite get it around to Nurber. New Decker. I knew it was new something. Beata, free kick. He just goes back to Zook, who goes to the right to New Decker. There we go. We got him in there quick. Up to Beata. Oh, by the way, we've got a team leader. That was the other thing I want to talk about. Dynamics. Zook went from very influential to team leader just this week. So, because we lost ours. Pick was the only team leader, Dick actually was the only team leader we had at the beginning of the season, and when we took his captaincy away, he lost that. So we haven't had a team leader in the team hierarchy since then. Well, we're the only ones with shots, and 2 of them have been on target, but it hasn't really been leading to much. This is kind of how it's gone. It's gone pretty slow. We'll sneak in a goal or 2 here. We're pretty solid defensively. We're playing positive at the moment. I've actually been knocking that back down to balanced quite a bit, to be honest. And we give up a goal Philip Herscher. Are we going to be able to get the new... I mean, we're tied with the old record for unbeaten, but it'd be nice to get a new one. We want at least a draw out of this. He's in... Oh, why? We just left him there. It looked like two guys on one guy and left somebody free. One shot, on target, one goal. Of course, that's how it goes. Let's see if we get back into this, though. We are the better team. I'm not worried yet. They feed it back. What does Broll do with it? He's already wasting time. Happy to take his one-goal lead. Feshner's got him yellow already. We did the same thing back to Sievers. He goes up to Zook. Zook's got a little bit of space. They close down quick. He feeds it up to Beata, who takes the shot. I wish he would have taken a pause and got it to Timmy, who was ready to break and was uncovered over there on the left side. So, yeah, I guess we're going to do a little disappointed in the first half. Again, it's not rare. We haven't taken leads in. Oh, we're beginning to stack up the yellows. Come on, guys. Yeah. Give it a go here. Give it another 10 minutes. We'll see if anybody's... I didn't notice anybody playing terrible. Let's pause it real fast. 6-4 to Timmy. I mean, that's all going to be whether people can get stuff to him. Yannick's playing a 6-4, but he is motivated right now. I mean, the whole team's playing bad. That's essentially what it comes down to. Let's do a get creative. See if that helps. We've got a lot of nervous people. Let's do a little bit of inspiration here. I'm going to knock us back to balanced again. I know it's a little counterintuitive. We're losing, so we back off a little bit. But I think the slightly shorter conservative passing theory works better with us. We have decent passing numbers, but I don't know. We're not getting anything out of this, are we? Oh, let's make a sub. Timmy's coming out. He's on a yellow anyway. We'll go ahead and put Elias in there. And Gino, we're going to go for Lohmannsroben. He's not better, but just somebody who's not having a bad day maybe. He's on a yellow as it is, so we'll get him out. See if that helps. I mean, we've given up the one shot all game. Let's go for demand more. Oh, 2 shots. It was a long shot that was off target. Nothing? How about tactics? Do we want to move somebody up? Let's make these guys inverted wingers on attack. Let's bring a couple more people into the box. See if that helps. I mean, we've got 17 shots on goal. I don't think this is a team that deals with pressure very well, because every time we've had a record to be beaten, we've done this. We haven't played badly. We just haven't scored the goals we normally score. Oh my God, Cruiser just about had that one. And you know, we've had a lot of records that we've got, and we've managed to get the wins or the draws out of them. We just got the winning record, and then we got a draw the very next match. You know, as we've had the kind of the overall. Nope, and this one's gonna be a loss. And that's it. Like I say, it's a good thing we've got a good lead in the league, because this team doesn't seem to deal well with pressure. I mean, look at that. We got 1, 2, 3. We normally get 1 or 2 yellows a match at most. We got 5 in this one, and just didn't play well. Possession, even though we were on, well, I mean, I guess we were on positive for a little while, for over half, but passes were okay. On average, better than theirs. Crosses were terrible. Tackles, we were okay. Headers, I don't really expect us to win a lot. I mean, we're not a great heading team, but we're not a bad heading team. Yeah, we just didn't play well. I mean, that's what it comes down to. The tactic work, it created the chances and the shots, and they just did a bad job. I'm going to go kind of aggressive, assertive. Not good enough. We have 1-7.2, and that was Sternberg. So, now we've got 2 days before the next match. 7 Faces Inquest. Oh, come on. a blip on the road to promotion. Well, I mean, our 2 center mids were the guys that gave up the goal, so I guess you could blame it on him, but he's not the guy that missed 17 shots either. Or took 17 shots but didn't create the good chance for the shot. I mean, there's... 1 goal is not the reason we lost. And there we go. That's the end of our season, or our unbeaten streak. But let's take a look competition-wise. We're still in first place, 70 points, 8 points over Karlsruhe, and 11 points over the kind of the playoff contention zone here. Actually, I guess 12, because we'd be looking at Munich for that case. And 38 matches, so 8 games to go. We may as well click through here real fast. We'll do one more quick. Yeah, I think we got plenty of time here. Let's jump up. Get to Sport Frunda. I guess the friend of sport. Feel robbed. How on earth did you lose it? I'm not. It's not astute if you don't know the answer. I love these set to lose pick. Yeah, we're not renewing his contract. I'll look at that later. Looks good though. Valued at 1.3 million. He would cost us 2 million, but he's good. 22-year-old. I'll add to the short list. I'll come back and check that. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything we need to mess with there. They were telling us the left was the strongest, and then when we got Cruiser, they told us the right was strongest. I think that time they just again told us the left was strongest. Who knows? Let's get to another match. 29th. I do kind of around the 1st and the 15th. I'll go through and praise training or warn about training. You can't do it every week. It's just they won't talk about it. They'll be like, I'm not prepared to revisit this topic at this time or something like that. And Chad's good enough. Okay, still at the top here, team selection. I think this one we're going to go ahead and we're going to give Elias a match. We will play him as just an advanced forward, I think. Sternberg's on his last yellow, but it doesn't go away if you don't... It's not like 5 yellows within a set period of time. It's just 5 yellows. So if he gets the 5th, it's gone. So there's no point really in saving him per se. I still got this bug on Gino that says he doesn't know his role or duty, even though he clearly does. Anybody else I want to put in? No, I think we're okay. And Malcolm's played well for us. He did have a bad match, 6.5, 6.8. I'm not really worried about that continuing. Let's go ahead and take Gino out. We're going to put in Bergman, I think. We'll run him as... I don't want more goals. Let's run him as Mazzala on attack. Why not? And then what I'm going to do is... I'm going to take... No, he likes attack. Maybe I'll take Cruiser off attack and put him on support. Yeah, we'll do that. So he'll leave him a little bit further back. Heinlein will end up wide here. Mazzala should end up kind of in here. Let's try that. Get a couple other players in. I try to rotate. I don't know. We don't have a hugely deep squad, but let's give him a little faith. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I haven't told them how much I love them enough this week. Wegkamp to Wendel de Schultz. Reimerink. Or Reimerink? Not sure where they would split that off. I would say Reimerink. That's what I'm going with. Joshua Putz. Putza? Maybe Putza. And another exciting start. I'm going to drop us to balance right away. No, I'm going to go attacking right away. I changed my mind. Getting some shots. They've got to throw in. Their side, can they work it out? Laws over to Putza. Take it away from him. Back to Wendell. Scared him all the way back to the goalkeeper who boots it long. Vegkamp is there. Oh, Neudecker just takes it away from him, though. Candy from a baby. Zook up to Huth. Back to Zook. Zelias can get in on this one. Bergman steps forward. Tries to play that Mazzala role. Ends up with Cruiser. Back out to Neudecker, who resets. Out to Cruiser on the wing. Back into Bergman. Bergman boots it up. Nice little shot in, but Zook's unable to get to it. Osterberg clears. Nope, not quite. Malcolm holds it in. Neudecker, he goes back to Ozdemir. All the way up again. We're trying to get Zook. He gets the crossover. There's Beata with the header, and we're in goal. Kaiserslautern. Elias was right there, too. I wasn't sure who that one was going to initially, but we'll take it. 17th goal of the season for Beata. This is what, our 31st match? I don't know that he's played in every one, so he's at least a goal every 2. Not too shabby. Considering we played with 2 forwards the whole time. You know, so he's sharing goals with another striker and with both of our attacking. Oh, that was a little bit dangerous. And both of our attacking wings. This is the best save I've ever had as far as wing play. Both wing backs and our mid wings, wingers. I mean, they've just been spectacular on this team. Kind of all 4 positions have been good all season. And that's kind of it. Maybe we do a get creative just to keep people inspired. My team seems to like that one. We are a little bit tired this match, but so are they. We look like to be in slightly better shape, but we will have to rotate fairly heavily. Probably should have done a little bit more of that in between. Oh, he manages to hang on to that. I'm not quite sure. Into Zook. Zook Zook puts it over the top. Our new team leader. We've given up 2 shots. Both have been long. Neither have been on target. Looks like they both went over, maybe. We do have an advantage of possession at the moment. Zook, short to Bergman. Across to Beata, who puts another head on it. They block it wide. Goes out for another corner kick. Same thing. To Bergman. Hemline, who puts a shot on it, but it goes nowhere, and then he seems content to just let Putz run back and get that. And we got guys coming back. No, watch the left. Cruiser gets back and gets a head on it to clear the danger. That was bad. It's a good thing he's fast. I'm going to probably put us back to balanced after this. Point. Okay, that seemed to work. We'll start the second half, and then we'll go back to balanced right now. How we doing? We'll see if we get some players down closer to 60 before we do. Oh, Bergman! A little lackadaisical on that. That's kind of twice that he's not run after stuff that he should have run after, and they've ended up with it. Big cross into Vegkamp. Luckily, he puts it high. It might be time to sub out. I don't really want to set out Bergman. We're subbing out Bergman. I'm going to put Lomansroben in. And we'll go back to a ball-winning midfielder. Neudecker's about the most tired, but he's the one I'm least willing to swap out. Let's do another sub here. Let's go ahead and get Chad into a match. We're going to put him on the left side for Sternberg, I think. And I'm not really sure what the other one is. Maybe we put Florian in for somebody. Maybe around 80. Doesn't matter too much. We've got a little bit of a gap again between our next game, but we had a long international break, so we missed a game. We missed a weekend of games, matches, and so we're trying to make up within a couple days of each other. Neudecker, back to Lomansroben. I really like Lomansroben. I have no reason to. He hasn't, lit the world on fire. He hasn't got a lot of play. Zook, he's got guys in the middle. We feed it across. Beata, oh, he got deflected. Dietz manages to get a foot on it, it looked like. Pushes it wide. Zook, we can do another short kick. Another short kick up to Lomansroben. Oh, Huth needed to jog in and get that. He was too content. Neudecker manages to come up with it, though, after Shad fed it back in, and I guess that's it. If things stand the way they are, we're going to have an 11-point lead over Karlsruhe. Not too bad. So we need a full 4-game swing. They would have to win everything. We'd have to lose everything out of the last 8 matches. Not probably likely. There's enough time for a goal here. 45 seconds. I mean, it's probably just a long kind of wind down here, but they have time. There we go. A couple blocks. Up to Zook. Neudecker. Just waste time here, guys. Lomansroben. I guess probably not, because I don't have wasting time on at all. Let's not play with it in front of the goal, though. How about that? Just boot it long and let him work to bring it back up. That would be better. Oh, that one go out? Oh, okay. It made it out of the back before he got to it. And that's game. So we got a win and a loss, or a loss and a win, however you want to look at it. But I think, good win. Played well. We got an 8 in there for Zook. 7.1 for 2 different halves for somebody in there. It wasn't, I guess it was a dominant win. It wasn't a dominant win on the score, but as far as the stats go, we did well. Secure victory at Stadion Lothar Cruz. I wonder who Lothar Cruz is. Got to be probably one of their old players. Flavius is injured again. Oh, by the way, our injuries this season are up 54% over what we'd normally expect. So it did feel like we had some big injury. We didn't have a lot of injuries, but we missed a lot of games due to injury. And that's because the injuries we had they were big injuries. We didn't have a lot of little ones. And that's it. Record high number of wins for Kaiserslautern. 24 new. We're going to be setting that every time. We're already past that. So let's take a look, see how our other 2 youth teams were doing real quick. Overview, competition, second team. Kaiserslautern 2 is in first place. They got a 1-point lead over Trier. Beautiful city, by the way. Trier is one of the, if not the oldest city in Germany. They've got Roman ruins. Really, really spectacular. Get a chance to go. They're great. Great town. Under 19s team. Is their season over? I guess their season is over. They were not in first. Last I looked, they were, I think, in second place, second or third for their season. First place got to go on to play in some sort of semifinal for the German Under-19 Division 1 South-Southwest. No, they have a match today, it says. Oh, but I think it's a friendly, right? Because last time didn't say all our players were eligible for the Under-19 game, so it must have been. Must be a friendly. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that. And that's it. Good defensive stand. We played well. We played well in both matches, I think, other than giving up the 1 goal on a special on set piece. So, it is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back into the season for the awards. Unless something crazy happens in here, I'm not going to worry about coming back. Because at this point, we're just kind of cruising our way through the end. It's not perfect. Loss, it's a friendly. But, every 4 or 5 games, we have a loss or a draw. So, but we'll keep cruising through, and we'll come back here for the end, see how it ends up, see kind of end of season awards and that sort of stuff. All right? Till next time. Cheers.